Hey guys, the Account Sagan here. I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. Anyway, let's get on to the point. I made a video with 15 minutes worth of PBS funding credits, because you guys love those funding credits. I love them too, I'm a fan of those. And I've uploaded a video, probably on the first one, to use 15 minutes worth of PBS funding credits, now that YouTube increased the limit. And the video got so popular that I decided to make a second one. And these are the ones that are the last ones I could find that are good funding credits to enjoy. So here's the second installment of 15 minutes of PBS funding credits. Don't expect a third one because there's just not enough. Let me know if there's more funding credits. I'll make a third one if there's enough. Anyway, enjoy!
Major funding for NOLA is provided by this station and other public television stations nationwide. Additional funding was provided by the Johnson & Johnson family of companies, supplying healthcare products worldwide. And by Allied Signal, a technology leader in aerospace, electronics, automotive products, and engineered materials.
Martha Speaks is funded in part by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by a cooperative agreement from the U.S. Department of Education's Ready to Learn grant. Additional funding provided by the Arthur Vining Davis Foundations and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Blah, 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 blah. PBS Hits!
Funding for Fetch with Ruff Ruffman has been provided by the National Science Foundation, where discoveries begin. The Arthur Vining Davis Foundation, dedicated to strengthening America's future through education.
PBS has been inspiring new ideas and creativity for generations of bright young minds. And that's just the kind of thinking Arby's is proud to support. Arby's, proud sponsor of PBS Kids.
Nothing is cooler than creativity. That's why Green Dog Clothes for Kids is proud to support Fetch on PBS Kids.
And by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Funding for Arthur is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and viewers like you, the National Endowment for Children's Educational Television, and by the Arthur Vining Davis Foundations.
And by Polaroid. Exactly what develops when you use a Polaroid camera? A smile? Self-esteem? Oh yeah, a picture. Polaroid.
And by
Libby's Juicy Juice. Juicy Juice. 100% juice for 100% kids.
And by Baby Gap.
Reading Rainbow was sponsored by a grant from Kellogg's Rice Krispies, reminding you books are totally overflowing with cool stuff. Get in on it. Wake up to the amazing world of reading.
Funding for the series was also provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, by the annual financial support of PBS viewers like you, and by grants from the National Science Foundation, the Pew Charitable Trusts, and the Arthur Vining Davis Foundations.
Major funding for nature is provided by Canon. Take your inspiration from nature. Leave it untouched by your presence. Capture its image and preserve it forever. Canon. dedicated to preserving the never-ending beauty of our environment. This program was made possible by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you. Funding for NOVA is provided by the Johnson & Johnson family of companies, supplying healthcare products worldwide. And Lockheed, a bold new force in systems engineering, management, and technology services for defense, space, and industry. Major funding for NOVA is provided by the financial support of viewers like you.
And by iOmega, makers of personal storage solutions for your computer, so you can create more, share more, save more, and do more of whatever it is you do. iOmega, because it's your stuff.
We see 400 employees in 3 years. At Microsoft, your potential inspires us to create software that helps you reach it. Your potential, our passion.
This program is funded in part by Northwestern Mutual Life, which has been protecting families and businesses for generations. Have you heard from the Quiet Company? Northwestern Mutual Life.
And by iOmega, makers of the 1 and 2 gig jazz drive, which lets you fit 834 million tons of concrete, glass, steel, and inspiration, all in a 4-inch square. iOmega, because it's your stuff.
Science. It's given us the framework to help make wireless communications clear. Sprint is proud to support NOVA.
Major funding for NOVA is provided by the Park Foundation, dedicated to education and quality television.
This program is funded in part by the Northwestern Mutual Foundation. Some people already know Northwestern Mutual can help plan for your children's education. Are you there yet? Northwestern Mutual Financial Network.
Science. It's given us the framework to help make wireless communications clear. Sprint PCS is proud to support NOVA.
And by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
Funding for this program is provided in part by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and by public television stations and their contributors.
Funding for Zoom
is provided by the National Science Foundation, America's investment in the future, and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting,
and by
viewers like you.
Upside down.
Great Performances is made possible by Texaco, continuing our tradition of leadership in supporting the finest in performing arts. Texaco, star of the American road. Great Performances is also made possible by the National Endowment for the Arts, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by the financial support of viewers like you.
Presentation of Zoom is made possible in part by a grant from General Foods Corporation.
and by this station and by other public television stations, the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and the Ford Foundation.
Presentation of this program is made possible by a grant from General Foods Corporation, by public television stations, and by grants from the Ford Foundation and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Zoom is made possible by grants from McDonald's Corporation and McDonald's Restaurants Fund and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Major funding for Zoom is provided by a grant from General Foods Corporation. Additional funding is provided by this station and by other public television stations, and by the Bureau of Education for the Handicapped.
Funding for the McNeil-Lehrer News Hour is provided by AT&T. Whether it's communicating the sound of a voice or data, the AT&T network moves information around the country and around the world. AT&T. Funding also is provided by this station and other public television stations, and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Funding for the News Hour has been provided by AT&T. AT&T has supported the McNeil-Lehrer News Hour since 1983 because quality information and quality communication is our idea of a good connection. AT&T, the right choice. And by PepsiCo. And by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. And by the financial support of viewers like you.
A production of the South Carolina Educational Television Network.